It's there! Holy moly, this one's going to go big. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Let's try and get a little bit of Fruit Machine emulation content done today. I realise it's been a bit thin on the ground recently, as indeed has content in general. Quite busy IRL at the moment, so haven't been finding a huge amount of time to make videos, but I will get something done as and when I can. This is not really a proper, if you will, Fruit Machine emulation video. It's not covering a proper subject like the previous BFM emulator video did, for example, but I will just be playing a couple of layout releases that have been made in the last couple of weeks that caught my eye. On the right hand side we have got a DX of a red machine on a £25 jackpot called Critical Mass. That's by Tommy C. And on the left hand side we've got an impulse called Funny Money running on a £15 jackpot. So this one on the right hand side here, Critical Mass, I have never seen before. I had no idea this thing existed. I mean, when I say I've never seen it before, I don't just mean I've never seen one in real life. I have never seen so much as a picture of it. I didn't know that this was a thing at all. I don't know if maybe it was a failed test machine or something like that, but this is a new one on me, so we'll be having a go at that. Now, I did put about 85 quid through it last night and didn't get a top out of it. I didn't get past a tenner last night, so I'm hoping we should get a nice, well, easy-ish top out of it, and we'll get a decent win on that. Funny Money here is from the kind of golden age of impulse machines, so on the £15 jackpot that suited them the best. They kind of lost it on the £25 upgrades and £25 native machines. Funny Money got an upgrade to 25 quid and it was not a pleasant experience. Tommy, sorry, this is a Vectra DX. The Funny Money here is a Vectra DX. And his work is really coming along. His DX is now a pretty much top tier in the main, and this is a lovely DX by Vectra here. He uploaded it with quite a bit of cash through it, and I've used autoplay to put a little bit more through it, so it's got a drift of about £30 in its favour, so I'm hoping we'll get a top out of that as well. So let's kick off with Critical Mass here. I am expecting this to be in a fairly good mood because it had a big chunk of cash off me last night. Now, the one thing that makes me think this might be a failed test machine is it's not very good. It's not a great machine to play this, even though the sound package is very nice. So let's nudge in our £1 there. One thing you'll notice here, by the way, is that when you fill it the number trail here, it doesn't go into nudges, it goes straight into cash. So what you've got here, once you get on the board, there's no high-low. It's just a go round the trail thing here. That's all you can do, and you can collect any of your stacks at any given time. Now, the one thing that you've got on here is that it can turn any number on the high-low reel red, and when that happens, can you see these red bars go up the side? And however high the red bars are, they make everything up to that point red. But if you then rick a non-red number, can you see there the bars go back down again? It's really annoying. And if you can get the red bars all the way to the top, it locks the red in. That means that everything will always be red for the rest of the feature, but it is not an invincible board. It doesn't guarantee a jackpot, as I found out the hard way, and this mystery does get a little bit kill happy. This has got, by the way, just to give you the long-term stats here, can you see at the top here, this machine has got a drift of nearly £100 in its favour, and it is still psychotically killing me off on the feature. The best I managed last night, as I said, was a £10 cash stack. Now, if there was anything on this, if there was any tricks or anything like that, I don't know. I mean, obviously, because I've never even bloody seen the thing before. Oh! Whoa! Well, that's not a bad start to the feature. I should fucking think so, too. So what I want to do, that was actually, because if I land on a cash square, I'm going to get a Critical Mass, but it won't be red. I need to get some more red numbers before I land on a, come on. Can you see there? Can you see? And also, so if I got a bonus at this point, the bonus would be red. Just think of a line straight across the machine, wherever you're up to, with those red bars up the side, anything across in a straight line if you hit it. So we've got our red locked, just don't you dare fucking kill me on that. Okay, so that's cash, there we are, so plus cash, so I could have a £25 repeater there, but we'll go for critical mass. Way! Gotta say, it's a very good looking machine, isn't it? I mean, Tommy's DX here is fantastic, but if you can imagine this cab as well, what a great looking machine. Even though it's not a great machine to play, it fucking looks the part. 25? Oh yes! Do we get a jackpot sequence here? Oh, we don't get a jackpot sequence. That's a shame. The red jackpot sequences are usually really good, aren't they? I think this should be a big top. This should be a really big top. Don't you dare stop. There we are, another 25 quid. This is, I should fucking think so too. Let's have another one. 75 top, 100 top. You could do it on 20. Big top, big top. Can we get the full 100? Is that possible here? Let's see if we can get the full 100. Oh, it's a stop. It's a, well, 75 quid is. Now, do bear in mind here that obviously I'm way up on this session here, but that I would still be down because I put like 85 quid in this last night, and it took me another what, 6 or 7 quid to get that. So if I had got that last night, I would actually still be down on it. Apparently, Tommy did put in the release thread that he had a £50 top out of it before he uploaded it, which would go some way to explaining that. I should also note for the record here that he's made this layout. It's a stunning DX, this. It absolutely looks the part. But it was using real pictures, or pictures of the real machine that were provided by FruitSim. So thank you to FruitSim for providing those resources to Tommy, and of course to Tommy himself for coming up with a real stunning piece of work. I was playing it late at night last night in a dark room, and it looks fantastic. It truly does. So let's just see now if it's. You'd always play for another board on a red, even if you had a big top. You'd always play for another board. So let's just see. That's going to put us back in. Let's just get a little feel for what kind of mood it's in. Well, it's a good start on the reds, isn't it? Oh, surely that won't kill him. Continue, yeah, okay. Oh, I'll have a chance here of getting the reds filled up. Oh. I don't know, it could just kill. Don't get carried away here. When I was playing it last night, I was getting a little bit carried away with these reds up the side. It doesn't really mean anything, to be honest. You've got to keep an eye on what you... I mean, I don't know if any of these features here, even when they're red, you know, like, JPMs like Red Arrow or something like that, it may well be that there's a low-down feature here that's actually a potential jackpot feature. I honestly don't know. Nice sounding machine. Oh no, that could, you know what, that really could. I could collect. I should probably collect 5 plus repeat for the. You know what? In the real world, I collect a 5 plus repeat for the sake of this video. Okay, then. Oh no, yeah, I should have had the 5 repeat. We know I should have had the 5 repeat there. So there you go. It's a pretty stinky machine, to be honest with you. So you get 3 olds on the jackpot because there's not really much going on in terms of the board itself. I was getting quite annoyed with it last night because it took me to the cleaners, and because you can just go around the board, you can't high, low, or anything like that. It didn't set my world on fire, but it just looks and sounds so nice that I think you could get some decent play out of it. So there you go. That is available now. One of the better DLs, one of the best DXs, I would say, that we've had in recent times. Tommy really is outdoing himself these days. Fantastic looking machine, and I bet it was a great looking machine in real life as well. Let's just go over to funny money here, because I'm hoping that this is, like I say, it's got a drift of 30 quid in its favour. So I'm really hoping here that we'll be able to get in and get a decent win out of it. Standard impulse gameplay on this. The bonus at 4 is shite most of the time. It's terrible with boosts and add agains. And the feature itself, I never liked this one. I played it back in the day, but I always much preferred your grid runners and your wipeouts and your spin-on-its. Even though I just straight force... Oh, that was a bad hold there, but I got away with it. Even though I just... Oh, watch this boost now. Oh, no, it's in a fairly happy mood, so it did actually let me in. And it's not actually done too badly here in terms of my... Let's just take a pick. So I can see there. So I've got within... The idea is here to try and get close to these arrows. Then you can step across like that. And then when you move up, you'll get a bonus. Extra step, that's good. And you can see I've got a nice route up here. I think it's giving me quite a nice route up here, because it's in a pretty good mood. What it will often do is put the arrows, like, it'll put one arrow there, and one arrow there, and one arrow there to make it, you know, all put in, and it'll give you like 1 or 2 steps to make it bloody impossible to climb up. It was always just a dumb force job for me, and even though I played it in essence in the same way that I played all impulses, for some reason I found this one quite annoying and I was not a big fan of it, and that was even on the £15 jackpot. On the £25 jackpot, it was awful. It was a dreadful machine to play on the £25 jackpot. It's given me a very easy run here, but bear in mind I haven't actually got anything that good yet. So it's giving me a load of... Well, that's fine, there we are. I can actually use, so I don't have to risk gambling now, because I could use a pick if I wanted to. But there's absolutely no reason to, because I can use the 3 steps to get across to the jackpot repeater, and we'll get that fantastic... One of the best jackpot repeater sequences is the impulse jackpot repeater sequence, so let's have that.
You make me feel so good.
And I am rather hoping that we'll have a repeat out. This has certainly got enough of a drift in its favour to give us a repeat. So let's have a repeat.
You make me feel so good.
There we are, fantastic. Now that will bring the machine back to about even, so I wouldn't necessarily expect another repeat here. Would be nice if it happened though. Nah, we'll play on for another board. I mean, out in the wild, I would always play on for another board. Let's not get too ambitious. Let's go for the grapes after nudges. I would always play on for another board just in case it did an invincible board. The only exception to that, I think, was on the £25-pounders. If the £25-pounders repeated out to 100 quid, which they did very occasionally do, it would, in my experience, it was always a dead board next board. So that's a very fortuitous start, so there's no reason not to just do a straight move up there. Bonus cash. That, in fact, I should have possibly had a gamble first there, because then it could have given me a change number. That was possibly a tactical blunder there. So you can see I'm 1, 2, 3 steps away from the arrow. I've only got 1 step. I've got a 4 to gamble on, which is not the best. So I can get up there. So if I use step to the left, and now I can get a move up, which will give me a bonus. I don't really want to be gambling on that 4, because it's probably going to kill me. Oh, no lose, that's fine. So that'll give us a lower than a 4. Probably give me a 3. Oh, 2, we'll have a gamble on a 2. The high-lows are... Oh, I was just about to say, the high-lows are a bit nasty on this, as it did that to me. So we'll trade out... we'll just have 1 more board on this, I think. I would guess that it's probably going to be back to normal now. What I'll do as well is just have 1 more board on critical mass, because obviously you saw it in absolutely the best light there, because it had a huge drift in its favour and it was very much ready to pay out. It's quite a... It would... Let me put it this way, it would, if I would have been playing that with real money last night, when I was getting 60, 70, 80 quid into it, I would have been getting rather irate, to say the very least. So let's just take this funny money out here. We'll have 1 more board on it. You can see it can cost as well. This is the problem. There we are. We're on. It can cost to aboard these impulses sometimes. So it's not. But there's no guarantee that it'll give you like 2 arrows like it is doing here. It can just give you 1 arrow on each level if it wants to, but it's still not really helping me, because I've got. There we are. Let's have a step, and then we'll move up. Get our bonus. Change number would be nice. Oh, lucky 7. So we can step across there. We can now move up again. That will give us another bonus. Bonus cash. That's the worst one. So we've got 2 quid there. I'm not really fancying my chances if I can get within 1 step of the arrow, then I can step across to it. which it's not going to do, is it? Nah, and then you've got 3 wind spins. You'd probably want to be collecting the 3 wind spins. I suspect now I'm going to lose this gamble on the 9. What I would do... Yeah, there, that was always going to happen. Probably should have just collected that. Certainly if you were playing afterboards there, I would have just collected that. We are straight back in with cherries. And now you can see it's been a bit meaner. I've only got 1 arrow, 1 arrow, 1 arrow, 1 arrow, and you can see what it's doing here now, which is it's spacing them out a lot more. You can tell, I think one indication of how happy this machine is how closely it bunches the arrows together. Sometimes you'll be able to go up like 3 or 4 levels just in a straight line. That would suggest that the machine, or I always thought that suggested that the machine was in a fairly happy state. Let's just see what we get here. Oh, move up again. So... let's just get on to a crappy number. I should have done that on the last one, actually. In case it gives me a changed number there, because it won't give me a changed number on a 1 or a 12. So, 5 real blasts. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be crap, isn't it? Well, on this one, what we'll do is we'll do a couple of steps across. We'll use our move up. A move up there? If I could get a skill bonus there for a move up would have been nice. I've got another move up straight to Jackpot Repeater. Ah, and it's a bonus cash. So 5 real blasts is probably going to be what? That could be as little as... well, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. It's going to be at least 3 quid, isn't it? I don't think, well, I've still got some picks, but 5 real blasts might actually be better there. Oh, 12 quid off 6 nudges. Well, you'd have that, wouldn't you? Bearing in mind that we've had the Jackpot Repeater. We'll just collect our 12 quid there, I think. May as well. There's very little chance that another jackpot would repeat at that point. I don't think it would have let me push on for the jackpot. Another bonus. Let's just see. There we are. So what we'll do then is, because I think, let's just have a look at the long-term stats here. I think it's there we are. These are the long-term stats on it now. So it is, in fact, it's going into negative territory there. Look at the top there. You can see the machine's long-term stats. So it's actually slightly behind percentage now. So what we'll try and do, what I'll try and show you now, is a base level crap. It's not too bad. It's only a couple of quid behind. But I'll just try and show you a base level crappy feature just so you can get an idea of what a frustrating machine. You can see here, imagine if I just come up to this machine after collecting that 12 quid out of it. You can see it can cost you a few quid to get in. And that is, look at that, that's a real shitty feature entry. I've got 1 pick, I've got a bad number, and I've only got 1 arrow per level to get up. And I've started with, is that no steps? Let's just use a pick. Oh, no, sorry, the light wasn't... So there we are. I can't even get across, so let's higher than a 4. It's let me get that. And the problem is... yeah, it wasn't even going to let me get off level 1 there. It could be... in reality, it was no worse in a lot of ways than Grid Runner and Wipeout and that kind of thing when they were dead. But there was something about this that it just felt more frustrating to me to play. And you've got to be really careful with these gambles. It will kill you on the best numbers. I'm not going to... you know what? I am not going to risk a gamble on that. I've got 1 step. So, well, we'll use it to get up there. Oh. Let's just see maybe what can... oh, there we are. So have we got... there isn't any no-lose streak on this, is there? There is a no... so move up isn't... well, move up. What I'm going to do... oh, no, you tit. Oh. I can get... I didn't have a step. Well, I haven't got any steps left, so I'm going to have to be pretty lucky here. But I could have probably done that better then. Mix and match could be halfway okay. I'm just relying on... I think I've got to hit it. I can't not hit it, can I? Look at that. It's taken all my steps to get to the move up. A skill bonus there again for the move. Extra step. So 5 real blasts is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4... well, is that at least 1, 2, 3? I think that's at least 6 quid, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Am I being stupid? So there's a 3. Yeah, there's a grape. Oh, now it can give me... it could give me cherry grape now, couldn't it? It's going to give me a grape. I've pushed it a bit there. Well, that was stupid. I should have had the 4 quid there. So there you go. It's not a bad machine to play, but I don't think it's the best impulse from this period. There has been a classic around for it for a while, but I think these impulse machines really benefit from having a DX for them, because they were good looking machines. Particularly that Jackpot sound and light show particularly benefits from having the full DX treatment. So let's just have one more board on. These are two very nice machines to have together on your monitor, as I have here, that's for sure. Let's just see what kind of mood this is in, if there's any sign of life left in it. Oh, I see. Now I possibly should have had taken the red boost there. Basically, I think it makes the features super. The nudges become each way. Your cash becomes repeaters. That might happen. And there's a game over. Yeah. Bearing in mind that that's just done. It was a £75 top, wasn't it? So that is going to be in a foul mood. That'll take a fair bit of money now before it does anything. We'll just see this out. And this was what I was getting a lot of last night. One more board. We'll have one more board. I may have to set autoplay about this one to get it back into some kind of moderate state, because I think that's probably going to take. I think this is going to need a good 100. Oh, that's not a bad entry, is it? Let's hold all of them, because remember, it's not nudges, it's cash on this one. £2.40 entry. Let's just see what we can get out of this. I could always just collect a feature, I suppose. So there's no way it's going to let me push out for a top. Choose a win. I should probably collect something here. Oh dear. Oh, I survived that one. I think if you're £4 there, I think you can even make a case of just taking the £4. So we have a super duper. Let's have a. Oh, it doesn't give you the choice of collecting the red one. There we are. Oh, it's going to be like £2 or £3, isn't it? There'd certainly be something to have a play around with, and that's what I have done with machines in the past. Is just a machine that you know nothing about. Is just collect all the features and collect them when they're red as well. Maybe there's a red feature in there that I don't know about, but they're both good machines to play in the emulator. This is a weird red. Like I say, may have been a failed test machine. It's not one that I've ever been aware of, but it's great to have the chance to play it in the emulator, particularly with such a good DX. And it's always nice to get these impulses done as well with the full DX treatment, because of course they were one of the missing links for so many years. We couldn't play the impulse machines, or indeed anything that used the Epoch tech, all of those old Megays as well. So it's great to have these available again. And of course we must always remember to thank Wizard himself for the ongoing releases of MFME. Currently on version 6.1, there is a new version of the emulator in the works. It hasn't been released yet. Hopefully it's not too far away. But of course, thank you to Wizard, because none of this would be possible without his work. And just a couple of recent DXs that you may want to have a go with yourself. So, sorry this is not the best video in the world. I'm just taking a little bit of time that I've got. Thought I'd get something on the channel, Fruit Machine emulation related, because I know it's been a while since I've done it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this brief video, and I will catch up with you next time. But for now it is goodbye.